is the marketing kind of the data where we want to estimate some sort of customer information. Okay, whether I need to give the loan or to perform some kind of the research on the customer's information. So we are having age data and as well as the salary information. You might have observed there are certain null values. Okay, so null values and as well as unknown values are also there. Null is different, unknown is different. Okay, and gender column is there, country. From different countries, we are having the customers of the bank. Whether he has purchased that, maybe some policy might be the bank is releasing some sort of new policies or else new accounts to attract the customers. So that if you consider this particular thing, whether they have purchased or not, and only those customers we want to target. Maybe if you see the telecallers nowadays, we are getting HDFC, ICICI. Every time we are getting, thanks to the true caller, at least we are seeing that is a spam and we are blocking them. Uh, that is one thing. But whereas these banks, the real kind of the banks, they are having the customer data. Even sometimes, you may be nowadays. Even nationalized banks also sending WhatsApps. Okay. Earlier, if you are going to the bank and asking for the details, also they won't tell. Especially the banks which are undertaken by government. Okay, but whereas HDFC and ICICI, if you are going, then there is a different thing. They are serving us and all. Okay, so just I'm saying that banks are having our data and they want to give some kind of the benefits to us, maybe in terms of home loan rebate or else subsidy, whichever like that, we are having some kind of the concern there. So this is the context, guys. The data also we have loaded. Now remove the record with the unknown value in the country column. So country actually for a particular customer, because if you observe, we have never revealed the customer identity here, guys. These are all generic data, maybe age, salary, gender, country, purchased or not. So these are all most generic data and there is no revealing of customer identity here. There is no Aadhaar card or PAN card or address. Nothing is there. Just whatever the thing required for the business. Like maybe based on the age also, you can, if it is 18, I can see the salary range and as well as all the things. Maybe we cannot target these kind of the people. Maybe little high age, 27, 30 like that. So there is a salary hike and at the same time we can offer some kind of the benefits to them based on the requirement. Now, if you consider this example, the first query is remove the record with unknown value in the country column because this is coming under the category of the pre-processing. Okay, so we have already worked with the null values. It is easy to find out the null values. But whereas unknown is not the null, friend. That is the first point. Because definitely there is no way to find out the unknown things with the predefined values. Like if it is null, so that I can able to find with that NA dot is null, that kind of functionality is there. With that we can perform. Other than those things, if I want to remove some values, then the process is like this, guys. We are taking the bank data frame, just we are having that data with us and we are applying the filter condition. Okay, which is of course for the condition, the best possible option is a filter. And just we are making use of the country. Either you can use the df dot country or else the index based also you can access by referencing the column where not equal to unknown. Not equal to unknown means all these things, Germany, France, England, whatever the data I'm having, whichever data I'm having, the data will be posted to this new data frame. Okay, our old data frame left with the original data. Our new data frame is a processed one. Okay, there is no this thing, So the last record with the age 27, female unknown, the data won't be here. Okay, so we have simply applied a condition and we have stored that particular data into the new data frame. And then this is the most common construct, guys. Why I am scoping this point is majority of the times, for the sake of the simplicity, data engineers may be giving the schema a string, or they are going ahead with the infer schema. But at times, the most important point is there is a possibility of finding out of some calculations, or you need to apply some computings. So in that particular case, definitely we have to convert that string data type into the integer or float. Okay. So for that purpose, just we are taking the bank prospects df1.print schema. All the things are string data type. But some of the numbers are also there. Age is a number, salary, all these things. So what we are doing here is, uh, and of course, here age we are converting and salary we are converting with the help of the with column. So for that purpose, for the age, generally we are using the integer type, and for the salary we can use the float type. Okay, so now after importing these two things from the SQL types, now we are creating a new data frame. Okay, this is the data frame which is which we have removed the unknown value from the country. And here now we are creating one more data frame on top of the latest data frame with column. With column, as I said, it can perform many things, guys. Like here also, just with column age, and as well as the just we are picking up that age, we are typecasting to the integer type. And in the earlier example, we have casted that with the select. So with the select, maybe it is taking little high time, guys, but with the with column, it is simply 0.18 seconds it took. Okay, it has taken light time compared with the select. Okay, so with column, just age, we are keeping that age as it is, or else you can give the new name also, no problem. Just we are converting that thing into bank prospects df1 of age, typecasting into the integer type, and pipeline kind of thing, guys. Uh, in case of the select, we have taken that conversion into the decimal, low value at one time, high value at another time. All these closing balance, volume, like that we have taken. But in this particular case, what we are doing is we are chaining the activities, we are pipelining the activities. So just after conversion of age into the integer type, now we are applying our logic to the salary actually. So just we are keeping the salary as it is, and salary we are typecasting as the float type. Okay, because directly on top of the string we may not able to perform some computing, so that we are proceeding with the conversion of this data into the corresponding entries. And once this is done, you can see age becomes integer and your salary becomes float value. Okay, so we are interested on those two aspects, and of course it is logical. Like age and salary, generally we used to perform some kind of the activities like what is the maximum age of our customer, or minimum age, or average age. Based on that particular thing, bank may offers in particular, because nowadays every banking analytics, insurance analytics, HR analytics, like that, many analytics are there, guys. And if you are working for a company, and that company is having plenty of the clients from different domains, then we should be ready to take up any kind of the challenge. So in that particular perspective, just we are studying these case studies and all, right? Okay. And the schema, if you observe, latest age integer, and as well as the salary float, remaining all are as usual string. Now, this is one more convention, more or less this type of the things we have worked out in terms of average of the missing values actually. Maybe in terms of machine learning we have seen, but now you can convert that thing into the DE perspective also. Now what we are doing is your age and salary with the average values of their respective column. Because if you consider this example, guys, some of the people are not having the age, and some of the people salaries are null values. But one of the important point is a general point. Like if I want to give my data to the appropriate machine learning algorithm. Can someone give me the answer, guys? Like which are all the algorithms intelligently handle the null values that day we have seen? Data masking modules. Who? Let me check that. Let me check that. Akil, go ahead.
Is not null. Is null.
Is not null. Is null. What is the question I asked? I forgot actually. Yes, exactly, Surender. That's what I like you. Exactly. Super. Uh, I need not ask question now. So which are all the algorithms? Algorithms I asked. Akil is correct partially because is null and mean, mode, and median. All these things, guys, just they're all comes under the category of manual updating of the corresponding missing values. But when you are when you are processing the machine learning, KNN and your naive Bayes algorithms are having the capability of handling the missing values. Friends, remember, because that time while discussing explicitly, we focused on that point. Like, your KNN and naive Bayes are two algorithms where those two algorithms are having the capability of replicating or performing the activities related to uh, handling of the missing values. Okay. Now, if you observe those kind of the point, that is fine. But whereas at times it is your responsibility to handle the corresponding values through program. Okay, through program. Now here our requirement is age along with the respective column, finding out of the mean of the age, and we have to substitute, and salary also. In two records we don't have the salary value, null we got. So we have to maintain that particular convention also. Okay. Now what we are doing here is, guys, just calculate mean value of the age. So mean value of the age. Okay, just data frame to select. Simple. We are not using any with column or something, guys. Directly I'm using the select and mean of direct data frame of age. So directly what I'm doing is directly I'm refining that particular column. And there are such aspects, many aspects are there, friends. You can directly give dot mean. Okay, but it may take much time. Like, in the earlier example also directly we have counted, and in the second example with the count function, by importing the count we have computed. Here also we have imported the mean, and now we are computing. Okay, so there are many ways, friends, like, there is no one way so as to perform the logic. And moreover, after consideration of this particular data frame and count or computing this particular mean, we are getting the list value actually. Your outcome is a type of the list. And now the average value we got 22.1. So the customers are very young. Okay, we are all, our bank is having very young customers, so that they are pretty much interested to acquire the home loan or else vehicle loan, all these kind of the things. Whereas your customers are greater than 50 or average age is 50 or something, they would have purchased the vehicles and as well as they would have taken the home loans. Then we need to offer them some kind of the after 60 years retirement benefits or something like that. See the strategy, guys, here. Blindly we cannot make the business, like maybe in terms of banking or insurance or anything. The data engineers or machine learning should develop this mindset also, guys. It's not a typical Java or Python programming, guys, to be frank. And in that particular case, it is enough to have your skill set, and you can get the if you are okay to write the code, okay. Otherwise you can get the data from the source and you can modify that according to the requirement. But here a little magic is required, friends, both in terms of data engineering and data science. Okay, so reason is uh, just like that we are not able to perform the computings. Our requirement is just based on the domain and based on the requirement, based on the market conditions we have to observe. Especially if you are talking about this age, and we cannot offer now the retirement benefits. They may not interest also. After 40 years, now I am starting contacting them. Okay, you can invest on this after 60 years if you are taking. No one is ready. But if it is 50 or 55 something, maybe 5 years, definitely they can adopt that particular whatever we are saying. They can acquire. So that is a point where you need to consider the logic of understanding. Okay, so now mean age, and now this mean age value, we got this thing. And similarly, what I want to do is I want to specify the salary value also similar. So whatever the way we are doing that with the help of the mean, just we are making use of the salary, and this is the maybe in dollars, 31,875 dollars is the mean salary of the customer. Not bad. Maybe depending on the country also, we can say in US it is nothing. And if you are considering this updated one, still we are getting the old ones. But once you apply this mean age, okay, how do I fill this? This is one more important option, guys. Once you are getting the information, like whatever the age I got, 22.1 or something average, now I need to update that data. So on top of this data frame, there is one more clause called, along with the na.original, we are having the fill value also. Filling in the sense, now just we got the mean age and mean salary. Now this mean age should be substituted instead of that null. If it is null, then fill your age with the mean age value. So obviously the age value we are substituting here. So, and moreover, if you are making use of your salary, so just you can make use of this particular salary with the fill, na.fill mean salary, and you can substitute that. Okay, so just these null values got updated related to the mean salary. Okay, which is making sense, guys, because while dealing with outliers, outliers is a different topic actually, if possible, because outlier handling is the biggest challenge, guys. Okay, missing value handling, encoding, standardization, normalization, feature engineering, these are all okay. But your outlier handling is just by seeing that value, you cannot say. Because a lot of domain knowledge is required, and you need to work with SMEs, all those things. And moreover, you should have the knowledge of visualization also, because with the help of the box plot, with the help of the frequency distributions, uh, you need to have that bell curve. Actually, if possible, in the machine learning constructs, I will scope that hypothesis testing and as well as the outlier analysis, because definitely those two aspects are greatly helps you in your projects, guys, right? Okay. Now, if you see the print schema, nothing change, only age and salary, however, we have changed, remains same. Now, last thing, guys, write the transformed file into a new CSV file, because already we are having idea of how to write the JSON, how to write the Parquet file, and how to read that particular thing. These things are already known to us. Now, once you have that curated information, whatever the information we are having, based on that particular curated content, if I want to write something, definitely I should go with that. So simple, latest uh, the prospect is this one. This is the latest one which we have pre-processed according to the age and salary information, and then we want to write the same. And yesterday also we have seen how many modes of writings are there, guys. Just you let me know the modes of writing. Modes of write. Can someone help me? 3 or 4 we are having. Modes of write operation. Okay, think through before okay coming into that discussion. Yeah, please share your thoughts, guys. And we are writing, and just we are clearly mentioning that format as CSV. Maybe either I can save the data or else I can write the data. There is a distinction. Just you can have a task of that. However, I'll be sharing this document with you. Just come up with your analogy on save versus write. Okay, which may be helping you to decide whether I need to write the data or I need to save the data. And there are certain and wget is also command, guys, but I applied that wget, but somewhere in the cluster, actually the if I am considering the data, all these files are there actually. Maybe I cannot, I'm unable to fix that particular where it has located. That's what the wget also executed, in fact. Okay, that wget, if you consider, is a command where directly if you want to make use of, okay, directly if you want to make use of somewhere the file is there, and from that source directly you are deputing the file into your workspace. So the wget you can use wget http and the entire path, so that it definitely gives you some sort of the convention. And if possible, just to give a try, guys, I don't know whether I kept that. Just a minute. At least I can give the wget command. Not there. Okay. I'll share that, guys. No problem. So some of the Linux commands can be used in your PySpark also. This ls and all. See here, actually this bank prospects.csv I have downloaded from the wget only, but I am unable to locate. It's not in file store tables and all. Maybe it is in the local directory somewhere. So, but local directory, it is, we are unable to get that. So that what I have done is manually, as you know, the procedure, same procedure, just we are going to this data and here create table. So just browse. Okay, after browsing, just we can able to pick up our data, and from that we are loading the data. Okay, whatever the data we are having. Now, once this is stored, just I can pick up bank prospects transformed. Let me show you what exactly the data is. Okay, it is not like writing. That is what I said. File store tables and bank prospect transformed something is there. Na? Yeah, this one. Yeah, it is stored as a folder actually. If you observe, it's stored as a folder. Success. That is nothing but generally after completion of the job in PySpark or in MapReduce of the Hadoop, it confirms whether the process is successful or not. And the partition actual outcome, this is the output of the file and all. Committed and started, all the job information is a log file kind of things. These kind of the conventions are followed. That's what I said. There is a distinction between save and write. Writing is directly, in the earlier example also we have seen some JSON writing, Parquet, all these writings we have seen. So, but sometimes, where we are confining to writing as a form of the directory. Okay, so that is also there, and you can read the data as usual. Maybe you need not mention .csv kind of thing, but clearly you have to mention what kind of the data you are reading. We are sure that the data we have posted is a CSV file, so that we can able to pick up that data. Now, a simple thing, guys, as we are not referring the schema, just it is as it easily printing this default. Okay, C0, C1, C2 like that. Okay, so this is how you see the demands or requirements. Project is not to devise some rockets or not like that, guys. Whatever your learnings, general what we are looking for, maybe if it is a banking domain, they want to reach the target audience or target customers. And if it is the insurance domain, maybe a renewal related to the renewal or any such kind of aspects, we need to reach the customers. So it is something like the data is there. Some are unknown values, some are null values. How to handle that? And sometimes I may need to convert the stringy type of the data into the integer or float. So these are all the basic expectations of from any data engineering, guys. Okay, so just after getting the data, you are not going to straight away apply the machine learning algorithm. Just try to understand the data, convert that particular data according to the requirement, and based on that particular convention, one can finish the aspects. Okay, so with this, just we are stopping here. Only 5 minutes left. So maybe Kannan, can you take on Monday if you don't mind?
Yes, Suma, I can take it on Monday.
Monday,
Yes.
na? Okay, sorry
Yeah.
for that. Yeah, sorry for that.
No problem.
No problem, na? Yeah, yeah. Because maybe you would have prepared with full Josh. Okay, so no problem. Yeah. I think I hope all you guys are with me. So no issue. So just to so that we can finish those presentations at a stretch along with Kannan, the remaining members. And by the end of the day, I'll be posting the remaining members this thing also, so that Monday and Tuesday, probably Monday we are going to finish some of the members along with some topics. And if not, Tuesday will complete every all the first assessment of the members. Absentees, we cannot do anything because it goes to your manager. Just be informed. Okay, that's what I'm saying. In assessment, I need to give null or unknown. Okay, again, you have to take care about that values. Okay, so that is what. And regarding with the project, again, I am insisting. So just form the groups. The expectation is pretty simple. Just you come up with your own data set and you devise the problem. Accordingly, you can perform the implementations, guys. Okay, so just you are making use of that convention and all. And let me share the key takeaways of the session, whatever we have talked, so that we can, yeah. And right, I asked actually, Surender said override, append, ignore, error if exists, error, all these kind of the conventions. Ignore means, suppose if I'm having any kind of the data already exist, and if still I want to write, I can ignore that because it is not causing any error, and at the same time it is not overriding also. It is just ignoring. Suppose xyz.parquet is there, you need not worry about the extension, whatever CSV or Parquet or whichever. So just if I'm giving the ignore, if the file already exists, practically we may not see how many files or what is the name of the file and all. So if the file exists, simply ignore. That is a ignore case. Append in the sense, sometimes, with the same schema, I want to perform some sort of the logics. So I can go ahead with the append. Overwrite is a method where though the file is there, but still I want to perform. Okay, still I want to perform some kind of the update, or if I want to overwrite the existing data, I can do that. Okay, so let me share the key takeaways of the session and then we can wind up without overboarding. These things already we have seen the most commonly used kind of the constructs related to our projects. So there, first we observed the join options, and these joins initially we have seen the inner join and then outer, full or full outer, left or left outer, right or right outer, right or right outer. This is the other thing. And after seeing this particular joins, again, we talked about the case study one, which is a Walmart data. Here we predominantly worked on the data conversion and count, maximum, minimum, and as well as we have worked with year, month, uh, and we have taken some mean values. Okay, all these kind of the mainly the statistical computings, that HV ratio, okay, that percentage, and as well as ratio kind of things, all these kind of the implementations we have done. And as a second case study, we have seen bank prospects. So these bank prospects helped us, okay, like initially handling the null values and then unknown values and fixing this age with mean age, salary with mean salary, and of course conversion. Conversion of age into the integer type, conversion of the salary into float type. Okay, so these things we have seen. Apart from that, we have discussed about the adaptive query execution. The adaptive query execution gives three formats: coalescing, and then skew join, and then hash join with broadcast. Broadcast hash join, sometimes we say that. And these things, adaptive query execution is runtime statistical optimizations. This is the major important consideration. And of course, we studied about we studied in two blocks actually. One is Apache Spark. This blog explained the basics of AQA along with the configurations. And the second thing is Databricks. There we have seen some notebook along with the case study. Oh, some examples also he has given. Now coming to the next session, I have to insist this, guys. Before 10, okay, tomorrow before 10, if I am getting the team info, I'll follow with that.